All right, we're live. I want to talk to you about a printer that is common that you can find at thrift stores and garage sales that you can pick up for $20, sometimes $10, and even sometimes free, and you can sell it for 100 to 150 bucks. But before we jump into it, I just want to thank you for your willingness to take a chance on a small channel like me and click on one of my videos. I very much appreciate it, and even though I'm a small channel, I hope that you get big information out of it. So on to the main show. It's the HP 8600 Office Jet Pro. This printer has a cult following. I saw it described online as a beast and also rugged and very durable. The Toyota of printers. So people love this printer, but it's no longer available. HP discontinued it. So the only way that you can get it now is off of eBay. And you might be thinking, Eric, that's a printer. That's a big piece of equipment. And that's going to be heavy and difficult to ship. And you're not wrong, but there's a workaround. But I sold my first few. I've sold 35 to 40 of them, I think. And I used to sell them just as the printer. It was the risk because when you send that entire printer, if it gets damaged, they want to return, they want their money back, you're all out, everything, right? Or if they want to send it back for whatever reason, now you got to do the return shipping, which is going to be the same amount that it cost to ship it, which was, depending on where it was going, $35 to $50. So you can sell it that way and you can make money. Like I said, they go for anywhere from 100 to 150 plus shipping, depending on how many prints have been made on them. But I think the smarter way to go about selling these and the easier way, in which makes it more accessible for more people, is to simply part it out. There are 3 parts on this printer that you can take and sell. One is the print head. And the print head comes out easily, just a flip of a lever, and it's very lightweight. It costs not very much at all to ship. And they sell, if it works, somewhere between $50 and $70. But he has a bum one, they want a new print head, you supply it to them. The other thing that will sell is the outfeed tray, sitting right there on top where the paper comes out on. Those just releases with 2 clips at the very back there. You push on them and it'll come out. Why is this one being difficult? And I've sold them for $40 and $30. I was selling them for $40 maybe 8, 9, 10 months ago. Last one I sold was for $30. But again, it's really lightweight and easy to ship. And the final one is the screen. There's 3 screws that you take out that it gets to the parts that mount it onto the printer, and then you can just disassemble that and you sell the screen with all the parts, and that'll go for maybe 20 bucks. And so again, that's very lightweight and easy to ship. And even if your print head doesn't work, you can still get maybe 12 bucks for it. And untested, you can get around 25, maybe 30 for the print head, just depending on how good a condition it's in overall. So those are the parts that will sell and that you can move. Now, a couple of got-yous with the printer are that the print head might not work when you first get it, because these are older printers, so a lot of times people have just let them sit, and then the ink is dried up inside the print head, and maybe you'll get a print head failure warning, which looks disastrous, like, oh, we're just done here. Or it might work, but one color doesn't print, or some of the colors are kind of streaky. All of these things can usually be fixed. I've fixed many of them. And the way you go about this is you put the print head in a shallow dish, and then put in rubbing alcohol to a depth of about 2/4, and then add a little bit of Windex. And that solution, if you let it sit for up to 2 days, 2 days is probably best if you got the print head failure, it will dissolve the ink, and then you can put it back into the printer, fire it up, and there's a really good chance that it will work just fine. If you're still getting a little bit of streakiness, you might want to just select clean print head on the printer, and it'll run through the cycle, and you might have to do that a couple of times, but that will generally clear up the problems, and you will have a good printer ready to go. So you can sell it all as one unit, anywhere from 100 to 150, or you can part it out for 60 for the print head, 30 for the outfeed table, which puts it at 90, and then maybe 20 for the screen. So there's $110, and your fees are going to be less because the shipping cost is going to be lower. And I think that's just a better way. I used to think that when I was parting these out, I was like, wow, I'm destroying a perfectly good printer, and that feels bad. But then I realized people are buying the parts, and that means 3 other printers are getting to live on. So it really does make sense. So keep your eye out for these printers. If you're doing any amount of thrifting, you are bound to run into some. So until next time, happy thrifting.